play like that for 20 minutes, to build a 33-point lead and get everybody involved, have AJ scoring the important points as you referenced? Like, does it feel like what you envision is coming to fruition?
I mean, there's no doubt. I wouldn't say that I envisioned this. I mean, what I envisioned was the plan, or the vision, you know, with Lucas and Ethan and Jake, and AJ, and putting those pieces together. But I think all coaches, that's what all you try to do. You just try to say how can you get that chemistry? Where's it going to come? Like you said, basketball, it's such a team game. In order for any team to be really good, it has to be about the team. And oftentimes that's who's playing with who and where are they playing. It's not really, sometimes you might say, well, why isn't that guy playing? Well, because that other guy helps that guy, and these guys are just those kinds of players. That's why I think AJ is doing so well. They're all helpers, they're all givers. Lucas Mormon might not, well, what does he do? I don't know. He just helps everybody. He's in there, he's playing for the team. Every part of his game's about the team. You can say the same probably about Ethan. He stuffs the stat sheet in all the areas that it's about the team, the W's, and you have that element out there. AJ now knows that and is feeling that, and he's always known he's a good player, but now it's like he knows he's a good player. And there's a difference between and knowing it and doing it every time you step on the court. And I think that's what's really impressive right now is that's how he's playing. It's so efficient. There's no rushing of anything. There's no forcing of anything. It all is coming within, what we do. And then within that, you see, wow, he's got some game, and we just have to make sure we, keep doing what we're doing. We keep getting stronger. And the best thing for me today was just, the way that we came out after a week off, and feeling good about yourself with 6 in a row. And we came out and we actually played like a veteran team that knows they're good and this is a big game and we're going to go do what we do. And I think that's how we played.
What happened during the lull in the second half? Is it just...
It's just college basketball. I mean, they're going in at halftime that they're not feeling good, and their coach is saying, yeah, rah, rah, and, they come out with the rah, rah, rah. And I thought we did okay. Well, obviously, we did way better than Denver. We went from 22 to -1. Today, we went from 32 to, I think, 14, and then pushed it back to 20 to 22, So, obviously, it's great to be able to do that, and then continued experience of, knowing what that 40-point game, 40-minute game is. And we were better at it. I just think it's... you're never going to win by 32, you know what I mean? Obviously, I would have liked to see, some better things there, but our guys played terrific, and every guy that played terrific, and that's how you build leads like that. And, I'm just really proud and happy of how our guys are playing.
And there was a sequence early where Lucas had a block, went down and dunked on the other end, and that was when, first few minutes. Did that kind of feed some of the energy that led to the huge run?
Yeah, I thought early on, Lucas played really well early in the game. I actually kept him in there a little bit longer than, usually goes for like 5 or so. I kept him in because his presence defensively was so huge. Yesterday, he had his best practice that he's ever had yesterday, Lucas, just in terms of some, even in him now, man, I'm pretty good, and maybe start to see some offensive things come out that way. But again, I think there's so much room for him to keep growing, along with everybody, So, but he definitely provides something in there when you talk about team defense. We're playing really well defensively, and he's definitely a big part of it.
Yeah, and Ethan, there's never been a triple-double here. And Ethan was, two assists, 2 rebounds shy. Like, do you see in his future? I mean, this will be a regular thing that he at least works with that.
Yeah, I think like I just said to the radio, he's a stat sheet stuffer. You know what I mean? And those guys are just winning players. He puts numbers in the columns that equal W's. And it's not the point column. It's all the other columns. When you play that way, you find yourself getting 12 too. And he's just going to grow that way, And obviously, he plays so calmly. He doesn't get rattled. He's just going to have to keep learning, as we go through this season, that, they're going to come after him and they're going to guard him hard. But he doesn't get rattled, and he'll learn from that. You know, he'll learn, he'll get stronger, and he'll get stronger sort of mentally, knowing that's coming. And but he's just like I said, he's a winning basketball player, you know, and it's just good to have guys. And I think everybody, it's contagious, you know, when guys put numbers in the rebounding column, you know, when you get a steal, when you're putting your hands on balls, you know, Joe Octave's defensive activity level going after balls is gotten so much better, and it's a contagious thing, and I, you know, you can see it in every guy that plays for us.
Did you realize how close you were to a triple-double?
I did.
You knew during your game?
Oh, no, I didn't know. I'm sorry here.
Is that something? I mean, obviously your game, your stat line shows that that's probably something that's going to happen. Is that something in your past you've had a number of them?
Yeah, I've been a guy, double-double, triple-double guy, just getting everyone involved and helping my teammates out on the rebounds. You know, I got to cut my turnovers down. Something I see that just has to happen. But that comes with growing and learning in the game and knowing what better to do. But yeah, triple-doubles and double-double, that's something I see in the future.
Did you know
sure.
It's never happened at Air Force? Never a triple-double?
At the prep school, but yeah, nah. Oh, it's never happened?
No, it's never happened in Air Force basketball.
Oh, we're going to make it happen. We're going to make it happen.
You had some of the prep school?
Yeah, I had a triple-double at the prep school. A couple of games, yeah.
All right. Well, what was this like? You know, the atmosphere and everything around the game.
You know, always these Army games are great. You know, you gets to show off your talents against another service academy. But, you know, it was a great game. You know, we had a great practice leading up into it. I had a great really warm-up, shoot-around. You know, we were really feeling good about this game. And we just came out and competed, you know, put a foot on the gas early, and, you know, everything was clicking. And, you know, that's what it takes to win these type of ball games.
And during your 23-0 run in the first half, AJ had 16.
Yeah.
What's that like when you got a teammate feeling it like that, and you guys can just kind of do the other things?
Yep. It's great. You know, having AJ is actually a really good addition to the team. You know, everything's just stagnant, and you know, ball's not moving as much as you would like it to. It's nice to have a guy that could just go get one, and you know, put us back in motion, and you know, get the confidence up for the whole team. Because watching guys like that score down the stretch and go on his little runs gives confidence to everyone else to kind of do the same, and all that together just builds a good team.
Did it get tense at all in the second half?
I wouldn't say tense. We did have a point where we got a little lackadaisical, something we have to work on in the future. You know, against Denver, had the same kind of thing happen to us. You know, it's just something we're building on. You know, a lot of freshmen, like everyone knows. You know, really young team, so we're just getting used to holding those leads when we get them.
Is that like when Coach Scott addressed you guys? Did he mention that? What was the message?
Yeah, Coach Scott always talking about those leads. You know, when we get them, we have talented guys, so we can get those leads, but we have to know when to lock them down and get teams out of the gym as fast as possible. You know, we can't let up and take our foot off the gas. We got to keep pushing.
And to play in front of the cadet section, pretty full and everything else, like, is this kind of what you thought it might be like here when it gets, you know, like this?
Oh yeah. I love playing in front of fans, especially my fellow cadets. That is definitely something I thought that was gonna happen. You know, Army game's a big game, and I'm glad a lot of people came out to show support. Yeah, definitely something I was looking forward to.
And you take some pride in the fact that, you know, your game hasn't necessarily been scoring, you know, first and foremost, but when you guys needed some points late, you were the one providing. Pride in that?
Yeah, you know, I definitely look to get my teammates up in first, but you know, when there's times that I can get myself going and, you know, give a team a little boost, I'll definitely step up to the plate and do that.
Okay, that first, you had that sequence, you had the block and the dunk, and it was still, you know, that was the first few minutes of the game.
Mm-hmm.
Did you feel like that kind of helped set a tone with things for you and maybe for the whole team?
Yeah, I think definitely for both. I mean, for me, it got me going early. Like, just I feel like defense is one of the things that always gets me going in the first place. So getting a few stops like that early was really helpful for me. And yeah, I think it helped the team, you know, get ahead in the beginning. And when we looked up and it was 20 to whatever, like 8 or something, it was like, wow, we can really do this. And we just kept pushing from there. So yeah, it felt like a good start.
Yeah, and did that feeling continue? Like, what is that like when you're leading by 33 points? You know, like, as you guys are still kind of coming together as a team and you see that this is what you are capable of, like, what does this do for confidence?
I mean, it's definitely exciting, definitely helps with confidence. The fact that it's a rivalry game plays into it too. I mean, being up 30 against them, that's a ton of fun. But yeah, like, we're playing teams all over the country, and just the fact that we're competing so well with them and are continuing to get better, it's exciting. Hopefully keep this ball rolling.
And for you, I mean, they physically match up with you. You know, there are a lot of guys who look like you, but a little bit older on that team. Like, is there something you gain from seeing that you can still match up, you know, with the big guys?
Yeah, definitely. And I want to get a little more size, obviously, but like playing these guys, I can kind of start to see the roadmap where I want to go and what I need to get better at and all those things. So definitely helpful to keep matching up and just comparing with them.
And when you look at the stat sheet, I mean, the freshmen, you guys, you know, blocks, rebounds, assists, points, you guys really filled up the stat sheet. Like, is there a sense of pride in your group, or is it just more a team feeling? Like, is there a freshman camaraderie that stands out?
There's definitely some of that. Obviously, we're still a whole team and we want to win together. But yeah, it's kind of an excitement where can we go in the next 4 years? What can we do? And hopefully we can kind of change the trajectory of Air Force basketball. So
what was said afterwards about the second half? You know, did you guys focus on that much, or was it just kind of, hey, we beat Army by 17 or whatever it was? Like, what was kind of the message?
Obviously, we lost a little bit of our lead, and we want to work on not doing that. The big thing was we compared it to Denver, where Denver came back and we only won by 1. This time, they started coming back, but we still won by, I think he said 17. So, I mean, it's not perfect, obviously, but we're making strides to get better at just securing the win like that when we have such a large lead.
Cool. And you've been to some games, you know, from the stands. How did it feel to see this kind of atmosphere, the cadet section full from the floor instead of from the stand?
It's definitely exciting, and just hearing everybody when you play, it gives you a lot of energy, a lot of adrenaline, and I don't know, you feel the support a lot. It's exciting. Hopefully we can continue to draw people to come in.